Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, dear Denis. Thank you for the invitation to visit Ukraine during this period of heroic struggle of the Ukrainian people to repel the aggression unleashed by Russia in an illegal, unjustified, unprovoked and deliberate way. Romania condemns in the strongest terms the blatant violation by Russia of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine, as well as of its international obligations under the international law. We stand with Ukraine in these difficult times because its security means Europeans and Euro-Atlantic security. The fight of Ukraine is also the fight for defending our shared values and freedom. I express deep condolences for the loss of so many innocent human lives and regret for the huge material destructions in your country. The entire world should see and praise the courage of your people to follow freely its own path. The Russian aggression goes on day after day with more and more victims as a result of premeditated attacks. There are not enough words to describe the atrocities in Bucha, Borodianka, Irpin, and other parts of Ukraine. Russia's invasion in Ukraine goes beyond any rules of international law and international humanitarian law. It violates the very core values and morals of humanity. Russia must be held accountable for each and every crime and action its forces committed in Ukraine, which are rightfully and overwhelmingly condemned by the international community. We all must take every measure possible to hold accountable and punish all those individuals responsible for designing, financing, and implementing this unlawful war of aggression against a people which, like us, strives for peace, freedom, and prosperity. I bring you here with me today not only the proof of the solidarity of the President of Romania, the government and the Parliament, but also the heartfelt solidarity of each and every Romanian. Romania, since the beginning of the illegal occupation of Crimea in 2014 and up to nowadays full-scale aggression, has most firmly supported Ukrainians' independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. And when I say territorial integrity, I have in mind Ukraine's international recognized borders. Romania shall continue to make every effort bilaterally, multilaterally, in all international organizations and on all levels, political, humanitarian, economic, and legal, to ensure that international law and morals are again fully respected in our much troubled region. Stand with Ukraine has turned into a motto for everyone's quest for liberty, into a rolling call to help those in need. As you know, all Ukrainians fleeing the atrocities committed by Russia and are welcome in Romanian homes, churches, schools, shelters. Over 820,000 Ukrainian citizens have crossed the Romanian border. They all and are all welcome in our hearts and souls. I want to give assurance once more that your citizens will be well taken care in Romania until they will have the conditions to return to their home country. The Romanian government adopted numerous measures to ensure swift transit to and through Romania, free access to medical and educational services, and to labor market for those who want to sustain themselves. Equally important is the help provided to Ukraine, and in this regard, I would like to highlight our readiness to continue to meet Ukrainian requests for support. I underline the usefulness of the humanitarian hub launched on 9th of March at the border with Ukraine in order to streamline international assistance for you. This was transited by 32 humanitarian convoys, both international and Romanian. The Romanians themselves have provided consistent packages of assistance, be it in the form of medical supplies, food, fuel, or other basic or high necessities to Ukraine. I know we can do more, and we will do more. Dear Prime Minister, I come here to convey a message of willingness to enhance our bilateral relationships and advance them to a new level. The current circumstances show how important our Romanian-Ukrainian ties are in our region. We discussed practical ways to strengthen our economic relations, the physical connectivity, the interaction in the transports and energy fields. Romania has already taken measures to facilitate the transit of the Ukrainian freight transporters through the territory of Romania, to allow the transport of Ukrainian animal products and grains, and to extend the capacities of the Constanța harbor for Ukrainian cargo. As we discussed, we have to continue to ask our ministers of energy, ministers of economy, ministers of transportation to meet together and to establish all those technical details to increase the infrastructure and to facilitate the transit of freight transporters. So I think it's a very good opportunity for us to let them know that they have to meet together and find together the solutions. Romania is also deeply interested and committed to contribute to the efforts aimed to the full reconstruction of Ukraine, and we are ready to discuss in concrete terms about this process. I consider that compassion and solidarity shown by the Romanian people gives us a strong mandate to change our ties for the better. The Romanian ethnics in Ukraine proved to be very good citizens of your country, first of all. They got involved in supporting the general effort to repel the Russian aggression. I am convinced that we will together make sure that their cultural identity will be preserved in the best conditions. Ukrainians launched to take their rightful place in the European family amongst other people who share the same values. No one has the right to crush a legitimate aspiration so deeply embedded in Ukrainians' choices, identity, and consciousness. This should be a reason enough to support Ukrainians' accession to the European Union. I am proud and honored to stand here today and reassure you that Romania and all Romanians fully support Ukraine on its European path. In the end, I want to assure you that Romania shall continue to make every effort to increase, together with its partners and allies, the security in the Black Sea region that we all call home, and where every one of us wish to live in peace. Long life to Romanian-Ukrainian friendship and partnership. Slava Ukraini!
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much, sir.